This motherfucker. Godzilla attacked the editorial because they were even because they were even thinking of like giving Godzilla a weakness, a specific weakness. Godzilla said, "Fuck you," and it literally attacks the editorial. Also, Godzilla becoming a literal citizen in Japan. Godzilla here being interviewed in his 1977 Marvel Godzilla run, and he literally threatens the IRL person. Godzilla 2000, in a recent short film, was also able to interact with a Shinjuku hotel, which has the Godzilla head, which is a real place because I also went there in Japan. Godzilla and Kong being interviewed for the GXK movie. Even though this is for my novel, which you don't have to use this obviously, but it's written by me, so and obviously this is not a disrespect towards Godzilla. There's actually more of a respect for Godzilla. Where an alternate universe that's different from Terra 332 but similar is overcome, meaning it's overtaken by Godzilla. And how that came to be is because Godzilla came out of the fictional TV and Aiden could not stop him. Simple as that. And why mentioning the TV part is because there's fictional characters in the Ascended Force that can go to this world. Like they can transcend their narratives and their paradoxes and can come out, and Aiden still one-shots them. But Aiden could not do that with Godzilla. That was technically the point, that Godzilla is so strong, he could say fuck you to anyone. And another thing is that just because they can transcend the fictional narrative does not make them literally unstoppable. So you could go both ways on that. Is because my friend says that, Transformers sees Godzilla as fiction, which is really a bad argument. I posted about this on YouTube, but it was a really bad argument because DC sees Transformers as fiction. Peacemaker said something about Optimus Prime. It's fucking fake. You mentioned some of the fictional characters, I believe so. And I think in the Heisei Godzilla movie, I don't know which, but they referenced Batman. So, if you really want to do that, so you see how that's a stupid argument? That was a really stupid, shit Giggler Matt said something about not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, My Little Pony, having a book called IDW, and he sees all IDW as fiction. I mean, we all think that's stupid, but I mean, yeah, this is supposed to be both ways. Just because, you could go out to, things beyond that doesn't mean you can automatically win. Really, dude? I mean, Saitama could go out to the real world, but he'll still get his ass beat by dozens of versions of Hulk and Godzillas and Optimus Primes and shit like that. So really kind of stupid. I mean, Arale was a meta-narrative gag, and Beerus still can beat him. Implied, I don't really think Arale would lose because he didn't take his attacks seriously. But, she's a gag. I saw, Bugs Bunny get torn apart by some monster and something, even though he's a toon. Hello? So, this was kind of like, Toon Force doesn't mean you're unstoppable. Meta doesn't mean you're unstoppable. And just because you can transcend your own fictional world does not mean you've just soloed another verse. Really? So, but this was showing that Godzilla could literally say fuck you and destroy even our world. I mean, if Optimus Prime went out to the real world, Aiden would have one-shot him. Or Hulk. or Superman or any other character. Now, why he beat this one character that came out to the fiction world? Well, there's two. Aiden didn't like it the first time because he did not know what he was doing, and there was another one that was literally threatening the real world. Well, his world, like he was, going to try to destroy that world, but Aiden one shots him. But that didn't happen with Godzilla in his alternate world. Keeping that consistent because, like, here in Assistance in Book 2, I'm still writing on it. What could give Aiden a problem besides his favorite kaiju, aka Godzilla? And, Hiroshi leans back. The kaiju's the king of monsters. He would beat our problems any day. And Mona thought, like, oh, because Terragov kind of looks similar to Godzilla in a way. They get Terragov to kind of do the work. It's not finished yet, but you get the point. And there's still some more shit, not from my book, right? Like, it's just more me showing respect to Godzilla, right? So, I mean, in Godzilla versus Kong from 1962, they were both training, and they both were interviewed IRL. Oh my gosh. That right there, I know you guys cannot fucking hear it, but it was basically me asking, what do you think of Godzilla? He said, Godzilla, we've heard of his destructive power. And we don't know if he's a foe or good, like a ally or foe. But if he's a bad guy, we're ready to fight him. Or something like that. Obviously that's telling us, like, at least Optimus sees Godzilla as a threat. And this is outside real world, right? Unless you don't want to add that in. I'm just adding that in case one of my Transformers friends or anything uses the BS of that. But I say it's fine in this case because, well, they're out there in the real world, right? But obviously, Godzilla still has better meta-narrative feats. I know, I just made almost a 10-minute video on this. I think that's about it. Unless I mention Godzilla upscaling, like, Marvel characters who can affect narrative in a way, so that also helps, but I don't think that's what this question is kind of for exactly, but I just mentioned, like, a whole damn example.